Hello and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Fire Emblem Three Houses while atop an exercise bike. Yeah, it's been a few days since the last one. I actually don't remember exactly what we were doing. I know that we've done the Marianne episode, the paralogue recently. After the misery of the Marianne one, I didn't remember this Linhart Leone one. I don't think I've had it previously, but I mean, I probably did. Oh, no, I have had it, but anyway, I couldn't remember it. So I thought, I'm just going to look up and check whether or not it's another frigging fog one. And wouldn't you believe it? Yes, it is. I will do this. But I will not do this today. We've had a break. I want to get sort of back into the swing of things. I also, it's good to mix in some of these difficult and unpleasant missions because they give a sense of challenge to the game. But we really should be stretching these paralogs out over the next couple of in-game months. To do all these negative ones in one batch, I think not. So, we'll in fact do this one. And I think next turn we're actually just thinking. So I don't really know how long this episode will be. Oh, if I just missed the chance, I didn't even check the date on that. Assuming that we are okay. So, Battle at the Sealed Forest, I assume that this is... Oh, it's this one. Okay, fine. Right, the units that we take will not include Marianne. Sorry, Marianne. Not going to bother with you or you either. Mercedes can come back in. So, are we missing anybody who we regularly use? I don't think so. That's looking like the A-team. If we go to the supports, we still don't seem to have that support for Shamir. I don't know if that's going to kick in afterwards or not, but I guess we'll go for it. In terms of the other supports, I think at this point, yeah, we're just doing things for who wants the support. Raphael's already there. He could actually have Marianne, which might be interesting, so we'll do that. And other than that, because I don't, like I said, I don't think we necessarily need to get everybody up into the clouds. Best Girl apparently has some stuff with Lynn, so you know what? Why not? It's going to be functionally useless, but could at least be interesting. Okay, if we look at the map, we want one Byleth on this side, one Dimitri on this side. We have a healer. I kind of want her on the same side as Lysithea, really. We've got a flyer on each of them. And then again, we could... Oh yeah, Felix. I noticed something. I took a brief scan when I was uploading one of the videos. We'll go like, yeah, we'll go like that. And inventory abilities. Felix, he's doing quite well when he punches, but it occurs to me he hasn't even got that. So that would make a lot of difference for him. The question was what to take. I really do like him having that against axe users. But if we are pivoting, then I think that's what he loses. To be honest, yeah, I'm even close counter. I mean, a close counter versus axe breaker is not a terrible one. That could save his life, but realistically probably won't. Lethality I just don't think's like that useful. Like most things die in 2 hits anyway. We'll trade it for Icebreaker. We'll lose close thing for it. Okay. If we just go to the marketplace and sort out the battalions, please. Yeah, just finish the whole lot. If we go to the blacksmith, just check any of these. That's going to last a bit longer. It's going to last a little bit longer. I'll take. I think we'll do this mission and then probably repair some of the stuff there. Okay.
Come back.
Yeah, and we will save this in the slot in case there are issues. Oh, actually, I suppose just before we do, if we have a look at the map, is there anybody? Well, I miss more or less even either side. All right, let's get this show on the road. So,
what's my strategy?
I mean, if you were to, well, maybe not with that. Okay. I think I'm zoning with this. Keep him creeping up.
Let's make this quick.
So Lysithia, absolutely extraordinary amount of damage these days.
It's done. I will prevail.
Petra. Somebody's going to attack her.
You are in my way.
Nice.
Rigid pride.
Right. Okay, good.
For Bridget, I find.
I mean, speed is
I'm
useful.
impressed.
Don't think we want punching. I think Byleth should be okay
What's the
on his
plan?
own there.
At your service.
Right, we'll try there and visit Byleth.
Thank you.
And edge forward. Survey. Right, okay, this bit we want to play turtle. Oh, right, oh, fucking. It's actually kind of nasty, really.
I'll cut through.
Okay, well,
I'm your girl.
Annette can go there because she should be able to. Stuff like that.
Waste of effort.
Rally him.
Ready when you are.
Right, there.
More fighting.
I mean, it's kind of tempting, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh! This is my stage now.
I mean, if they're going to stand right next to each other, then. Okay, fine. Hip is not doing so good. Right. The bow person would shoot at Felix. Or. Well, they're saying 2 of them would go for it. Right, I think we'll. Right, let's try that. Right. Good. Right. Hip is not feeling great, so I don't know if this is going to be a... Oh, he's not even going to return fire.
Too easy.
Oh. Well. Right, and then... Very good. Alright, well done everyone. And these will start flooding forward. Perfect. Okay. So... First thought... Okay, so 53% chance of... Do you know what? Just do that. Actually, you could magic him? Yeah, whatever, do that. Hang on. 100. Went up to there, just so we're further ahead. Mercedes 39, Petra is 38. So Petra will be the one going for the kill here.
Flame spirits protect me.
Right. Who would be going? I think we should be okay there. I think we can bait him out with Petra. Best girl. Yeah, I mean that's that guy. It's actually kind of tempting to get Violet on this, so I think I might do that. Yeah. She's honestly.
Here is something to believe in. All is going to plan.
Just be nice to get him up to the round 40. Mercedes can come here. She'll get attacked if she goes there, so we don't want that. Let's instead get Annette. Cool. Right, okay. These folks have got some work to do, so I think we're going to start with him with Felix. I've gone, it's that guy. Yeah.
It was meant to be.
We can sort of get raising this thing. Premium magical herbs. Okay, well, that's good for best girl. Although some of the other mages are getting tempting because, like, the thing with best girl is that she's already doing a vast amount of damage. Like, it might be more useful if one of the healers had that, because I believe I'm correct in saying it also does stuff for them. I think what we do here is a gambit. I know it's a bit early, but I'm just a little bit concerned with that guy at the back. You know, might not defeat them all. So keeping him still is useful. Annette is the highest level, so we don't want Annette getting this. Inga's is not the highest level. So
I aim for greatness.
we're getting one very much useful. I guess we'll go here with Dorothea. Yeah.
Will this ever end?
Let's keep him ticking. And then we might as well, in all fairness, go here and dance Inga's, because then we both get the experience.
You saved me.
And she doesn't get anything on the magic front, but still. Right, low chance of hit, but good enough.
My duty is your death.
Duty. Trade secret. What is going for that? I think we will chance that. Go on, what's the avenue?
Too slow.
Good. Taking over. Yeah, you see, this is the advantage, even on maddening, of having tank Byleth. It's just like, yeah. Cool. Right, so best. Oh no, sorry. Well, actually, yeah. Miasma will end him or him. End him, please.
I've got no time for mercy.
Once again, slacking off mercy. Well, she stood right there. We will. Can you not take him out? Really? I'm not sure about our man here. Like, he's doing a lot of chip damage, and I don't think I like it. Like, she's gonna kill him with whatever she does. Right, what if you were to go here on the other guy? I guess he could get the kill on that. Right, okay, so if you were to hit him with... well, I'd rather you didn't do that, so the same to you. See, I think even then, I'm not sure it hit him. Right.
Another victory.
Okay, anything good? Yeah.
I'll use this power for the greater good.
Lots of good things there. Okay, very good fishing there. I'm gonna get some bullion. Not that anyone cares about that. Right, okay. If you go there, and you I could say I don't want to kill a bow. A silver bow. Right, okay, silver bow.
You survive, I will win.
I mean, I'm doing my best, Sylvain.
Justice's name.
Unfortunately, the people you're with are just monstrously tough. But I think we do need like some sort of plan for Sylvain because much natural. Yeah, right now we've made him.
My work
That's a
not
brilliant level. Hold on, mercy. Yes, like Sylvain's. He's kind of like he's the only person who can really affect. Well, I suppose Felix could, but like we're not using up Felix. Who can do the Dark Knight and the Black Knight? But I just don't really know there's much purpose to it. Did he die? I thought he was. Oh. Right. Okay. Miscalculation on my part. If you go there, do you still get hit? No, we'll just move people up. Okay. Dorothy. I can't quite hit the. It's kind of tempting. Yeah, if that was good. Right, and then if you can go to here, you can dance Dorothea. That will give you just a little bit more experience. Probably more than anybody else is getting, honestly. Assist, physic, Patrick, yeah, sure, yeah.
appreciate.
Okay.
All this power
Yeah.
just to survive.
I really like all three, like 4 of them. Maybe not my. Maybe I prefer speed than luck, but not much in it. Okay.
Too weak for this world.
And I think that should result in. Yeah. It's a rather pitiful heal, but a heal nevertheless. Okay. Looks like it's going to be very slow going on this side. Felix, here. Inga's. Actually, how far can you get? Oh, you can okay. She could assist, but why would we assist when we could rally? Not rally, dance.
Lovely timing.
And then much else we can do on that side. So okay, fine. Right over here. Let's not take chances. Right. Let's go and assist physic on.
Thanks so much.
Really helps. Right. Okay, I don't know where they're going, but it's quite a big hit. I don't normally see that. Okay. Looks like it's only Team Bio that's getting the kick. No idea where that person's off to. Right, first off, can you get a kill? Oh! You can with Bogliani. Right, get yourself a kill.
I was just stronger.
And then get yourself in there, just in case you have to survive. Which does look like it could be a possibility. So let's do that. Right, Hades. Nice.
I will not die yet.
She might yet max up.
I think I'm improving.
It's okay, fall in. Not that he's going to be doing this, isn't he? Right, okay. I think we do this guy.
Allow me to demonstrate.
Well, that was not really what I wanted to
I
happen.
must lead them well.
And then Mercedes will come in here. Probably on this guy. Petra, who is on course to be MVP, very kindly existence. Good.
Frigid pride.
Yeah. Right. Felix might as well start the hilarious process of having this miss-a-thon. Right, first miss to me. Second miss to me. What about you? Okay. Brilliant. That was the battle of the century. But it doesn't really matter because it gets up the what would you call it? It gets is punching up, which is more important to us than levels at this stage. I think a simple silver lance. So actually, looking at where you are, maybe we'll do some range because. Okay.
I shall not stray.
Easy does that. Just put it there. Right, Annette can't actually get to there. She could. Right, I want to be a little bit cautious over this one actually. Right. I don't think. I think he goes there, and I think. Yeah. That might seem a bit ineffective, but like, we do need an attacking right one. Oh, this could be. No, it's not. Okay. Marianne, but I don't think that will be too exciting.
I'm really gaining confidence.
Good for you. Good gain that confidence. And she did get that up to A, which gives her aura. Not that we'll ever see that get used. Oh, there is the action. Mercy, if you could physic this guy. Dorothea. I don't think anybody is left who can be physic, unfortunately. Felix. See what you can do. Good, good. Nice enough.
It was meant to be.
Could probably have min-maxed that a bit more. Whatever. Got some levels. Got some stuff. Yeah, I think I'll give Dorothea the whatever it was, the magic like boosting thing. I feel like she has more to gain from that. Yes, let's just instruct manually. Why anybody would ever do it any other way. What is the group task? Oh yes, we were trying to get more these two up so that, well, firstly so that Leonie was a bit more ready for the upcoming mission, but also so that we had some people who could actually fly as like adjuncts. So okay, works for me. Let's have a look at this. Well, Dedu seems like an obvious candidate. I think he needs Axe to come up so we can get the top level stuff. So we'll do that. Okay, well that wasn't great, Dedu, but hopefully we'll go up in the next section. Best girl. It's just kind of reason and faith for now, isn't it? Okay, that was bad. Good. Those are perfect, that's what we need. Okay, but otherwise, not stunning, but every little helps. Who else? I think I'll do Shamir just because we might get some like emotional, support boosts, where I'm kind of struggling for everything else. Yeah.
That wasn't good.
Yeah. So there we go. Right.
You're
And then we don't have to worry as much about that. Okay, that's fine. Oh, was Gilbert? Gilbert is miserable. I mean, he's just generally miserable, but he's particularly miserable there. Hilda, even though I've kind of committed to not using you anymore. Axe is there. Where's heavy armour? Heavy armour's already there. So I guess we'll do this. Okay, not great, Hilda.
think I got that.
Right, 3 more. I mean, Lynn we can't do. What about Leonie? Is she here? Leonie's here. Okay, well that might be useful. We kind of need to get flying moving if we're to do this. So,
Nope.
even though it might not be the most immediate benefit.
Let's put it.
At least there's that. Is Setith near anything? He's near. Yeah. Right, we'll do Setith, because we do like occasionally use him as an adjunct. So if you get B, then I think he can go up levels earlier. It doesn't necessarily help with the damage he offers, but it does that. I don't think it matters too much at this point, so it's kind of just who we'd use. I guess Ferdy is kind of wait.
Seems simple.
He is a good person we have in reserve. So
Now is the...
it's not terrible. Let's begin training.
Professor.
No. Well, everything happens for a reason in my training classes, Ignatz. Right. Here's hoping that these two managed to do okay here. Here's hoping they even managed to... No.
That wasn't so bad.
It seemed pretty bad for a second because you just didn't appear. Right, okay, good.
Now to apply this knowledge.
Right, well done, man. Okay, so Dedu goes up for his axe. Mercedes actually goes up for her reason, which is quite nice. Otherwise, Hilda goes up an axe, which is kind of nice. Make her a useful adjunct. Even though we should use her.
War is an effective teacher.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to use it.
Interesting.
That's good.
This'll be helpful.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, well, it is running around the castle day.
Appreciate it.
Oh, what's this? Black Pearl. Okay, cool. And now increases. Fine. We have got some supports to watch, so we'll watch them in a second. But first, let us store this. And I felt like someone had a... No, did it go straight back to the... I think it was him, so... Oh, maybe just had full inventory. Right, okay, items... Dorothea. We have got magic and charm. Okay, so magic to here, use that. Yeah. And then charm. Who is one of our? And I think his is pretty good now anyway, so I don't necessarily need more of that. To do a Sylvain actually. I know he's becoming a bit of a jack of all trades, but maybe we'll. It's a slightly interesting choice because I don't even know if we're going to use him, but whatever. Right, support. Surely, no. Who's got who? Okay, Inga's.
Still contemplating, I see.
Without so much as a word, you've read me through and through. Since last we spoke, I've been thinking a lot about my future. How I want to spend my life. It's a lot to think about, and I haven't entirely sorted out where I'm going. I think I need more time to grow.
On the contrary, you have given this honest and sincere thought. I am quite impressed, actually.
You're impressed with me?
Worry about the future is not unique to youth. It is human nature. At the risk of being overbearing, might I offer you one more piece of advice?
Of course.
Have you considered what your life would be like had you not been born with a crest? You suppose that you would have been ordinary? Insignificant? I do not think so. Even without a crest, such a promising young lady as yourself would have a bright future ahead of her.
Said it. I
am not typically inclined to flattery, so I hope you will take my words to heart. Have faith in yourself. If you trade that faith for a misplaced pride in your crest, I will have to reassess your character.
I've no intention of doing such a thing. It will take me time and experience, but I will find my path and walk it proudly.
I am glad to hear it, Ingrid.
Oh, that was okay. Kind of nice, inoffensive. It probably helps that I'm using a slightly lower volume than normal, which means I don't have to put up with some of the background, like, awful cringy music. But anyway, best girl Linhart, this could be good.
Aha, Lysithea. It's wrong to tease, yet I can hardly help myself. I know a secret. Your secret, in fact.
I think you mean a baseless rumor. Why are you wasting your time? And mine, for that matter.
Well, it's a secret that could completely overturn what is considered common knowledge in crest research.
Shut your mouth! Just... let's go talk somewhere other than here. Okay, where did you hear about it?
There was a sort of accident in Professor Hanneman's room.
I should have figured. You haven't told anyone, have you?
Of course not. If someone else were to learn you have 2 crests, I might lose you as a test subject.
Please stop talking so loudly. So what if I have 2 crests? If you insist on speaking of it, please do so quietly.
My intuition was correct. You do have 2 crests.
Wait, what? Did you just trick me?
Trick is such a strong word. I think of it as testing a hypothesis. The truth is, I simply made an educated guess.
Well, now that I've confirmed it for you, there's not much I can do.
I disagree. For example, you could tell me if you were born with them, or is the source magical? What does it feel like to use both crests at the same time? Is it pleasant, painful, euphoric?
Enough is enough! I am done talking about this. As though I'd speak of this to the likes of you.
I understand her desire for privacy, but to refuse my request for knowledge? Well, it's rude.
Alright, okay, well, I'll have to reappraise you too, Linhart. You've come across as a bit of a dick. Petra and Shamir, didn't see this one coming.
Shamir, you are training away from the ground of training.
Ah, Petra. Well, it looks like it might rain.
I have understanding. Rain training can cause unhealthiness.
What?
Can I give you a question now?
Sure.
You come from Dagda, I think. Why are you working at the monastery?
You can tell I'm from Dagda? Oh, I suppose Bridget is our neighbor. As for why I work here, that's simple. I work to live. I also have an interest in seeing what happens to your professor. I don't plan to return to Dagda anytime soon.
But Fodlan is an enemy for you, right? Are you feeling okay about that?
The only ones I've fought in person are the Imperial Army. I carry no ill will toward anyone else.
I have gratitude for your answering. You have given me understanding.
How about you? Do you hate them? The Empire is your father's enemy, no? And it's Dagda's fault that Bridget got pulled into the war at all. So, do you hate Dagda? Or do you see that as none of your concern?
The fault is not of Dagda. My father made his own choice to be joining the war. I cannot say I have no hatred for the Empire, but I do not have any for Edelgard. When I came here, she was always helping me.
Makes sense. You can hate a country without hating its people.
You speak with such honesty. It is very amazing.
I'm not that special. I just don't let emotions get in my way.
That was a fairly weird one. But it's the thing with this that, like, you don't obviously see it on this playthrough, and I've mentioned it before, that, like, it's really hard to... you feel completely differently about the war if you've seen Adels' supports. Because Adels is great. Like she's it's just apart from this little personality quirk that she has of invading the country and siding with like the world's most obviously evil folks. Right, I think there is probably some room for certifications, but we will need a advanced seal for this. Can we go, because we're going to once again take a chance on Gilbert. Gilbert, you've failed us so many times. Are you going to keep doing so? Yeah, of course it is. Well, I mean, I think that's about 6 he's failed in a row, so he's beaten the odds. But, kind of useful to have. Did anybody, like, I'm more thinking sort of the juniors max out. Those two are staying on what they are forever now. Oh, do. Right, we were holding on for Master with Dedu and just going straight into War Master. Obviously you can't reach there yet, but yeah, I probably wouldn't risk the Master Steel on him for that. I think there's more things we need. Felix. Yeah, we were trying to get to War Master. Could he, though? I mean, if he's not going to do anything else. Oh wow, he's 0 chance of getting it. Right, okay, so what's the 30? Warrior of all things. So I guess he's staying where he is for the time being. Sylvain is getting closer. Did Sylvain get... Right, okay, so we still haven't got that for him. It's just... I mean, I just don't know what I'm doing with that guy. He just sort of goes around doing very little. Definitely in the party by virtue of his level, but yeah, functionally not great. She's fine, she's fine. She is now fine forever. 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 Not much point on the others. Yeah, if we've got intermediate seals, I would like to convert you to a Pegasus. Right, okay, so intermediate. Right, let's get 2 of those because we'll need one for Marianne as well. Bear in mind that we are doing this purely for support purposes. So, like, if you're thinking, well, that's a suboptimal way to build Marianne, we should instead... Oh, how far off is she? Lance and flying. I'm assuming that is your goal, Marianne. New. Right, well, no wonder you. Yeah. Okay. Oh no, don't want to do that. Yeah, we're not trying to build like a good class with these. We're just trying to get them Pegasus Knight ready so that they can provide alternate adjuncts to Ingas and Petra.
All that hard.
Does mean that they lose their battalions, which is going to be a bit awkward. In fact, what I might do is go to the marketplace, go to the battalion guild, hire for you, Leone? None. Okay, that's kind of annoying. Which means that Leone now will have to have new goals, and those goals are. Sorry, I'm going the long way around on this every single time. We want authority, and I think authority and bow. Good. There's a notification there on my phone, but I don't care about that. Yeah, beyond that, not too much happening. Let's explore the monastery now. Right, we have already explored this month, so it's not like we have to think. It's mostly just going to be a quick sort of feed, and I guess we'll probably do the main mission, whatever that is. Harvest that. Yeah. Vegetable seeds, please. I'm not very good at this whole gardening business. It's like all the things, like really, I could be maxing it out a lot more.
No.
Oh yeah, we'll go around and see if we can find any cats and dogs. Okay. Yeah. So, okay, bad start.
No.
To be honest, I'm probably going to give up on the fishing from this point on. Like the fishing and even the gifts, really. Like, I mean,
Professor.
we can keep hold of them, but like they're not going to achieve a great deal. Yeah, I guess it seems like the bigger fish does have a better success rate. Or they get less full on it for whatever reason. But we'll just use whatever we've got lots of. Right, there's a cat up there. Huh? Did I just pick something up? Right, I don't know if we can. Right, whether that's an ornamental cat.
There's I hope there's.
Can we see the secret shop, please? It's for the convoy. We don't need any of that.
Is that the one?
I think we'll get 2 more master seals.
Thanks a bunch. Is that the one? Thanks a bunch. Come back soon.
Okay, that has left us kind of short on cash actually, so that was perhaps a little reckless. We'll have a sort of mooch around. I'm not going to like absolutely hunt high and low for every feline and canine, you know, in the entire place, but I'll have a look at some spots that have been quite well attended recently. That is to say, here. Looked for a moment like there was more of them, but. Okay. This is mostly just got smithing stones. Yeah, there was some. Right, okay. Cool. So there's some stuff. Wander up to here. I'll probably just run to the cathedral at this point, actually. Because well. those things to do. Oh, we might as well do a loop at the graveyard because it's normally a good bet for animals. Or it certainly used to be in pre-time skip. I'm not quite sure how to do the time skip. And then, yeah. Resting in the warm embrace of cherished memories. How lovely. 69 is nice, but what's even nicer is getting a load of stuff. Or rather one. Black sand steel. Black sand steel, I think it was called. Actually, the Great Hall, we sometimes have an animal in here. There is one.
Hey, you.
I'm not seeing any others. As I say, it's not the purpose of this is not to find every single animal. It is just to get a couple of things. Thank you. In. Now this used to have loads down here, but there's been fairly slim pickings post time skips. So yeah, I'm nosy. Nothing more. How much of this have we got? 900 isn't going to get us very far for a while.
See you again soon. I can finally kill.
You have my circumstances. I am grateful.
Yeah, no problem. Just buy me a pint sometime. Right, okay. For this, like Dorothea and Mercedes would. Actually, no, Dorothea and Lysithea, really. Where's she gone?
I'll keep my voice singing.
Okay, so she's best girl is getting up there. That is good. And then we'll wheel round the other side. Ouch. Get the check for cats and dogs down here, although again, normally slim pickings. And then we get the box, and then I suppose we can just go and handle the supports as best we are able. There's one note. I don't think it really makes much difference if go for a better hair clip or a necklace. There we go. Okay, holders. Please, not that that achieves much. We can't gather the requested resources because we do not have them, whatever they are. So we will go here and we will take a look at our support options. The Spice Festival is today. Calendar. View schedule details. Spice Festival. Effects are enhanced when dining with a spicy food lover. Right, well, here's the spicy food lovers. Byleth, did we... So, Shamir is still sat there. But I guess I'll worry about that at a later date. Right. Firstly... Right, so Dimitri can't thingy, so... Dedu... is that, and we could do Dedu and Shamir. I guess... Right, okay, first off let's start here. Okay, so... that would use up our 1 chickpea, whereas this would use up some of our many turnips. We don't have... Okay. That's just tomatoes. Okay. Fish Django. Right, okay, so we can do Shamir and Bedu here. And then we'll do that because it helps me boost up with Shamir as well.
I like seeing a table full of my favorite dishes.
I like this.
Oh, coy. Great conversation between the two of you. Really appreciate it. Thanks a bunch. Okay. So we have Felix and well, let's start here. Felix. So Felix, Leon. Okay. Who does Felix have support things with that he hasn't maxed out? He's doing pretty well on most of them. Leone. So Felix Leone would be worth doing, and I guess we do kind of want that, so. Although it feels like with these it's slightly better. Maybe let's have a look at Sylvain. Because we get more from doing the bonus things on like a second level. So like with a Bernie, a Flane or a Manuela would actually be worth more. So this, for instance, with her, and Sylvain's not a bad candidate for getting them because you know it's Sylvain. He kind of needs to.
Yeah,
Needs to get better at a range of stuff. So, yeah. Right. Other support. Right, okay. Who else is on here? So Petra has a couple. Did we get Annette and Gilbert? Is that wholly done yet? Does it even get wholly done? Annette and Ash actually is one, but so Annette and Ash, if we can get it, as much as you know, for all I hate Ash, this would be an excellent time to do this. So we'll do that.
This looks delicious.
Okay, good for you. Who's there? Right, so Petra. I didn't see too many of these, unfortunately, for Petra's one. What does she have? Okay, we could do the turnip. Petra and Ignatz was a thing. Let's do that.
I would be liking that greatly.
This food is a revelation.
Okay, good for you too. Right, okay, who else is in Spiceland that can benefit here? Felix has quite a few people, so let's have a see what Felix is looking for. Felix and Setif? I mean, it's a bit lame, but I do kind of want them both up, really, so.
That looks epic. The flavor is nostalgic.
Okay, good for you too. Right, at this point, were we not maxed out with Felix? Oh no, it's Chimay. Okay, fine. I'm a bit perplexed by that one, I must admit. Right, I wouldn't mind getting Beskil up in something, and that something, if possible, will be Linhart. Phrasing a bit off there. Second cream. Yeah, okay, so how much of these have we got? It's the last Noah through. Do we have anything that she likes that... Okay, that would be an obvious candidate.
This is my favorite.
Eating delicious.
And then we can just basically go around and cover the rest with gifts, I suppose. But who else? Dorothea is lacking. Burst, Dorothea, as is Inga's. Inga's might not be a bad shout. Right, okay. Inga's, who do you want to speak to at this point? Bernie, Raphael, Ignatz and Setith. We've done Setith, I think we've done Ignatz as well. So it's Bernie, Raphael or Catherine. Where is it? Well, there's Raphael, so why don't we do that?
I appreciate
This.
Okay, very good. Right. So Mercedes and Dorothea are two obvious candidates. Mercedes needs Ash, but we've already done Ash. Mercedes and Ferdinand could be one, or Mercedes and Annalise. Actually, maybe we want to leave her. Let's just do. Oh, I don't really want to do that, do we? Yeah, okay, fine. Mercedes, Ferdy.
This is my.
Delicious.
Great, okay, cool. And then the last one, what were we doing for him? I think we were trying to set him and Catherine up, weren't we? Is that possible? Ideally we'd get something in here, but looks like that's going to be a no-go. Right, okay, what have we got? Plenty of stuff of, not much that everybody likes. 2 fish sauté. You a big fan, you two? Oh, we will need to have a look through
Eating food
our
always fires me up. Hoorah!
gifts.
Let's go fight somebody.
Oh, my favorite food. You've got to try this.
Right, okay, I don't think we have anything else. Let's see on here who we need to go. So Dorothea, Hilda, Leonie and Gilbert. I don't know if we necessarily gain much by the motivation being up, but I figure we might as well do it. It's like, we've got the gifts, we're not going to do anything else with them. Right, let's try and find Leonie first. Oh, okay. Fairly convenient. Apparently Gilbert wants to talk to us. What's that about?
Catherine has successfully convinced Count Karen. However, the knights we sent to the Alliance have yet to return.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Right.
Anyway.
Firstly, let me just see if we've got any of your lost items. I don't think so at this point. I think we're fairly... Ah, damn it, ouch. Yeah, we're probably just down to gifts at this point. What would Leonie like? Probably some sort of... training weight.
Wow.
That's really great. Yeah, wonderful. Yeah. Those or maybe riding boots. Yeah. I don't actually have that much stuff. What have we got loads of? Legends of Chivalry.
Thanks.
Yeah, I'll just take 2 of those.
Thanks.
Right, okay. Who else? Goals. Dorothea and Dorothea, Hilda and Gilbert himself.
Catherine is successful.
I don't think we've got anything that we can thingy, but we might have some ceremonials. Oh, okay.
This is what...
Wonderful, yeah, okay, great. Goddess statues? No. Right, well, again.
Thank you.
Looks like we'll make it up with that.
Thank you.
Right, I seem to recall and this is a weird thing to remember, that Dorothea was stood here. And I am wrong. Okay, where is Dorothea? Dorothea. Ooh, hold on. Oh. Right, first off, let's go to the Great Hall and see what Catherine is talking about. And she has dialogue.
Professor. Hey, Professor. It's been a while.
Why is it not loading in?
Actually, not that long. If you're here about the reinforcements, no need to worry. I've sorted everything out with my father. If the Alliance agrees to chip in as well, we might have a real chance of victory.
Yeah. Maybe. Right, okay. Shall we go and do this Shamir thing? No, let's go and get the yeah, we'll sort the things out first. Dorothea, yes, she stood by the pond, isn't she?
The bridge was...
I don't think we've got any items here that belong to you. Do they? Doesn't look like it, no. So we are on gifts. What gifts does Dorothea like? I think she likes gemstone beads.
Are you?
Yeah.
Are you?
That's nice and easy. We did Gilbert. It is just Hilda. Where was Hilda stood? Hilda was here? I think she was stood outside, actually, wasn't she? Right, okay.
I heard the next battle might take us to Gronder Fields. Is that right? Reminds me of the Battle of the Eagle and Lion.
Yeah.
But of course, when it was, and then we had...
Again, I don't think there's anything here. That is going there.
Never seen that?
No, I mean, that's the ruins, isn't it?
Never seen that?
Yeah. Oh shit.
I heard remind when it was, and then we had...
Accidentally click away. Well, Armoured Bear Stuffy is the first obvious candidate. Okay. Right, shall we watch some supports? What do you mean, no? Why wouldn't you want to do this?
Can I move on yet? Never mind. I know what you'd say. In a sense, someone who's long since passed. Another mercenary I fought alongside. They were killed 10 years ago when Dagda was in conflict with the Empire. It's all I can focus on lately. To be honest, I blame you.
Good.
I'm just teasing. I know it's not your fault. You just remind me of him. You give off a similar air. It's uncanny. You even have the same inflection, which makes no sense because we only ever spoke Dagdan. I don't know what it is, but you feel the same to me. I guess you just remind me of the past. Please, it's not your fault. It's my fault for getting caught up in memories. Still, you always remember your first love, right? That's enough of that. There are more relevant topics to discuss. Good question. The world is completely open to me. Your next move seems apparent. But who knows where I'll end up. Though I may have done enough traveling for one lifetime. I like the idea of having a permanent home. And after all my time here, I've grown quite fond of Feldlin.
Oh. Oh, there we go. The motivation increases, lovely. Right. So, first up, Felix Setteth.
Hello, Felix. Training alone again, I see.
Spying on me again, I see.
It is not my intention to spy. I am merely concerned about you. I do not think you have been keeping your friends at a distance because you dislike them personally. Rather, I think what bothers you is their concept of proper knighthood. Is that not so?
You really have been watching me closely. You're correct. I don't understand why they revere knighthood. I won't be friends with anyone who believes in that nonsense.
Do you feel that way because of what happened in the tragedy of Dusker? I have heard the story. Your brother was one of the royal knights. He gave his life to defend the prince.
My brother was doing his job. My father is the real problem. When my brother's armor was brought back to the castle, do you know what he said? He died like a true knight. Chivalry begets the worship and glorification of death. Am I alone in finding that grotesque? I suppose you'll excommunicate me for blaspheming like this.
Not at all. I am not a knight, so I have no intentions of lecturing you about chivalry. So long as one's conduct is consistent with the teachings of the goddess, it is up to the individual to decide right from wrong.
In that case, I'd like you to formally pardon me for not having friends.
You require no such pardon. This is merely advice from an old man to a younger one. As unwavering as your convictions may be, the others also feel strongly about their beliefs. If you hate all those whose beliefs are different from yours, you will hate everyone eventually. People with exactly the same beliefs as you simply do not exist. You do not have to change your beliefs, of course. But you do have to accept that others feel differently. That is my advice to you. I will speak no more of it.
Sedith, can I ask one thing? Why are you going out of your way to tell me this? Why bother with me at all?
Because I trust you. Now that I've heard what you have to say, I trust you even more. I am also a rather eccentric person. I thought you and I might get along.
I see. You've gone to so much trouble. I may have to start making an effort as well.
Good. Do not take this the wrong way, but I hope you will surpass my expectations.
Oh. Not good. Now, weird voice girl with 30. Romance?
Mercedes!
Possibly.
Finally. There you are.
Ah, Ferdinand. Why are you so short of breath?
Emphysema.
I just wanted to show you something.
What's this? Oh.
Yes. These are financial records that I recovered from your adoptive father. They prove that when he adopted you, large sums of money changed hands.
Where did you come across these?
I stealthily made my way into Ferdiad and looked around his estate. It was easy. That kind of thing is no trouble for an intrepid young noble such as myself.
Favorite. Betty Larson.
Irresponsible. I can't believe you put yourself at risk for my benefit. I really wish you wouldn't do such things.
No, I did it for my benefit. I could not help myself. With these documents, we can show everyone what a scoundrel your adoptive father really is. His noble aspirations will be crushed. The lord of the region will probably rescind his adoption contract. In other words, you will be free. Here, take them. Do with them what you will.
Do you really believe these will set me free?
Yes, of course.
An odd idea of being chained up, really, as well as a very odd idea about how nobility works.
Nice, but I'm sorry, Ferdinand, but I think you should hold on to the documents.
Why? Is this not what you want?
I've lived so much of my life following everyone else's lead, so much so that I've come to terms with it. It's almost unavoidable at this point. But with these, I could regain my freedom and change all that.
You baffle me. Do you not wish to be free?
Of course I do. Let me try that again in a way you might understand. Ahem. A true noble cuts their own path, seizing freedom from the clutches of tyranny.
I cannot argue with that. Fine then. I will hold on to the documents.
But I'm really very happy
happy that you're so concerned with my well-being, Ferdinand. It means so much to me that you went through all that trouble on my behalf.
Of course, Mercedes. The smile on your face is well worth the effort.
Oh, so just to recap, she would have inherited. She is prisoner to her adoptive father, not in the literal sense, just in a vague, sort of figurative, like when he dies, she inherits it all sense. And Ferdinand is protecting her from that by breaking into her father's house, stealing these documents that, you know, everybody knows is the case. Right, and yes, and then Mercedes will inherit nothing and be properly poor or whatever. I don't know. If there's probably a Fire Emblem fan, a Three Houses fan, like screaming at their monitor now, like, no, that's not how it works. No, it probably isn't. But more amusing that way. Let's watch for Raphael.
I'd better get out of here before she scolds me again. Actually, she looks kind of sad. Maybe I shouldn't run away.
Hey, Ingrid! Why do you look so sad? Are you hungry or something?
Oh, it's you. No, I'm not hungry.
You're not hungry, but you're sad anyway? I don't get it. Are you sick?
No.
Then are you sure you're not hungry?
I just told you that wasn't it. It's nothing you can help with anyway.
Well, sometimes you gotta talk it out. That's what my grandpa says.
Yeah, I guess that's helpful sometimes. Are you willing to listen then?
Of course! Please, go ahead.
I've just received yet another letter from my father regarding a marriage arrangement with a noble family.
I see.
I am the only person in House Galatea capable of carrying on our family line, of passing on a crest.
Ah, I see.
I've long understood that it would be expected of me to marry, of course.
I see.
Raphael, are you even listening?
I'm right there with you, but...
Did you hear that ominous sound? Was that thunder?
Sorry. All that listening made me hungry. After hearing you out, I think you're probably just hungry too. And your troubles are sure to go away after a good meal.
I really am not hungry. But I can't say no to good food. Alright, let's just eat then. I can tell you about my struggles some other time, maybe.
Okay. It's remarkably patient of you, Ingrid, but fair enough. That's all those. Is there anything else that we want to do in this castle?
A moment, please.
While we're here, I think we've already fed that dog. We're a little short on cash, so I don't think we will be spending big cash money. I think that might be it. So, yeah, let's end today's free time. And oh, I thought we had another teaching session. We don't.
There's quite a bit of fog, so...
Oh, fucking no!
...our troops very far in this.
We won't be able to move at all until the fog lifts. No matter which path we take, we'll have to be patient and wait it out. Gilbert? No? Gustav. I would like to take this opportunity to speak with you about something. It's about the tragedy of Dusker. There's something about it I just can't wrap my head around.
I'm listening.
I lost a son in Dusker that day. I exhausted every last resource I had to investigate what took place there. I was startled to find that there wasn't a single shred of evidence to suggest that Lady Patricia's carriage had been attacked.
Go on.
Apart from His Highness, whose injuries left him on the verge of death, everyone else present at the time was slaughtered. Of all the victims, only the corpse of Lady Patricia, His Majesty's second wife, was never found. Isn't that right?
Surely that means she was abducted. There was no evidence of an attack, suggesting they threatened her, but did not kill her.
But what reason would they have to take her? Would it not have been better to kill her?
Perhaps she had some value as a diplomatic pawn.
Nonsense. In the many years since that day, has Lady Patricia ever been used thus?
No, not as far as I know. Then perhaps she was used for some political gain within the Empire.
Now that her daughter is the Emperor, what reason would she have to keep hiding her existence?
It is possible she passed away after returning to the Empire.
Gustav, I know this is hard for you to hear, but just consider what it would mean if Lady Patricia was involved with that incident.
Silence, Rodrigue. I will not allow you to tarnish her memory like that.
I do not mean to imply that she arranged His Majesty's murder or anything of the like. But Gustav, I cannot shake the feeling that the tragedy was part of a much larger conspiracy. There is more to it than we know. That much is certain.
Rodrigue! Gilbert! Please hurry!
To kill like this is inhuman.
This is one of the knights we dispatched to the leader of the Alliance. Tell me everything you know.
Sir, a soldier on patrol came across this night a short while ago, in a rocky area not far from here. Someone from the Alliance must have disposed of the body there.
Is this how the Alliance chose to inform us that they have no intention of joining our cause?
Yes. I would not hesitate to believe them capable of this.
Whatever the truth is, the other knights we dispatched are in serious danger. It's best to assume that joining with the Alliance is out of the question now.
Even with Count Karen's support, this makes our situation grim.
I never expected the Alliance to help us. Anyone who stands in my way will be crushed beneath my feet.
It is time, dear brother.
Oh, didn't see this one coming. Right, okay. Why would you do that? Right, just in terms of like the game design. I mean, we'll obviously we'll do this, but like, like, why would you put his birthday? Oh God, really? Like it's not like it's random. It's not like it's randomly allocated. Somebody decided, like when should Ferdinand's birthday be? Oh, we'll put it on the last day of the month. In this month, you know. Anyway, whatever. Right, let's get this cursed thing done. And I think, like I say, I'm not sure if this was something that
much appreciated.
That was added with DLC. So it's like the game's there, and it's like, oh yeah, but we'll still
this flavor.
Well, I don't know. Let's talk. Let's try this. Right. Right weapons, security. The conversation got lively.
Sorry?
A word of advice or the last battle. Yeah. Alright, let's hear it.
You treat everyone the same, regardless of status. Perhaps I should do that as well.
Yeah. Yeah, perhaps you should. Oh, Ferdinand Senpai. Right. Right, let's observe him weirdly. Joke. Banter. Not. Leave.
Thank you for spending time with me. What a treat. I hope we can do this again soon.
Yeah, what a treat it's been. What a marvellous, marvellous treat. We get some charm, which is nice. This takes us to here. We are at the 1 hour 25 mark in the video. Even if it hadn't have meant they hadn't have got fog involved, I would have been very reluctant to have Inknell started this, because if we start it, then we're looking at, you know, it's going to be at least another hour, probably an hour and a half, doing that mission, yeah, I just don't think my like arse can take being. I suppose I could come off the bike, but I actually just yeah, no, I've got other things I want to do. So we've done that. Let's just make sure everything is repaired and in order. Yeah, I think we unfortunately will have to. Oh shit, the bed. Right, okay. Ooh. Okay, that's not too bad. So presumably that will be the same, yeah. Right, so we're gonna need lots more cash. Right, okay, I think that actually needs forging. That's woot steel, so that's okay. And silver lance. I think we just do that, but that would be all the smithing stones. Does anybody else have stuff that they... Petra's okay. Nobody else really matters. So, okay, yes, we will do this for Ingrid. And we will go with that. Okay, cool. We've got torches in if we need them. Oh, certifications. So we could... again, just kind of padding this a bit. We do not have the advanced seal for that. Right, item shop by convoy, advanced seal. Right, come on Gilbert. Make it so. Hey! Right, now do we get any benefits from this? I think we should.
Success.
Nope. He gets no benefit from that. So after all that money, we don't even have a like a speed benefit for it. So Gilbert will stay useless as ever. So that's that. No, I think we're done. I think that's off the bike, and we wind down the episode. So please excuse me while I reposition. We're not. I should think we are not too far away from the end game now. Chapter 17. I don't know this. I'm not looking it up because it's not really part of the fun of it. I'm still thinking that this is going to be chapter 20. Is going to be the final one. Although then again, the Alliance one went on for longer, as I recall, when I did Golden Deer. But then again, yeah, I'm not really sure on this. We might have more to go yet. In terms of the battles, the paralogs, that we've got one more miserable one to do, and that's going to be miserable. Because, like, I'm pretty sure that Lynn and Leonie look like the one with Marianne. Like, yeah, it's incredibly painful. It's in the fog. It's a nightmare. But she just sits there. Whereas on R1, like level 23 Leonie and level 15 Linhardt, will have to be in the battle. You know, there's not. I mean, I suppose at least Lynn. Well, yeah, they're just. It's gonna be a bit of a nightmare, that one. But we do get like we get something decent for it. I think. I'm not quite sure how it works, honestly. Gilbert, can I just confirm that you are using the thing that I would expect you to be using? Attack +5, weight is reduced, wasting. Yeah, you've got everything. And you've... Yep, he has every reason to be okay, and he's not. Fine. Yeah. Well, yeah. Do we have any? I think the quest is still this one for Gilbert, where he wants this particular loach, but nobody's going to care about that. So I wonder what all these will be. Whether or not they were like. You feel like with Dimitri, although Fire Emblem could surprise me at this point, I feel like at some point Dimitri's going to arc and he's going to come away from this, being awful and start to be a decent human being again. But he might not. I mean, the other thing, place your bets on this. I don't know, for the record, what happens with Dimitri. When I did the Golden Deer route, it felt to me, maybe because I'd never done Blue Lines, like maybe people who did Blue Lines first and then did Golden Deer might be able to tell a different story. But he felt like a footnote. It felt like it was sort of Claude, Rhea and Adels were the players in that, and then Dimitri just sort of kind of, I can't even remember what happens with him. I assume he dies, but yeah, he just wasn't particularly a player in what was going on. But in this route, I mean, he could die. Like, dead Dimitri would be a thing, and he might not die. He might die before the end. I wouldn't have thought, given everything else I've seen in the writing, that Dimitri would carry on being a maniac and just goes on as a maniac, and like the game ends with maniac Dimitri conquering all of Fodlan. I wouldn't have thought that would have been a terribly satisfying ending. Would Fire Emblem Three Houses do that? If ever there was a game that was going to do it, it was Fire Emblem Three Houses. It's not beyond doing something weird and unsatisfying. So I feel. I guess what I'm trying to say with this, there is a level of interest that I still have in this, and I'm curious as to like whether or not like these pending ranks. I think he must arc, because I don't think we got to. I think we've been at that with Dimitri from like part 1, like before the time skip. Interesting. So Felix's thing is considered. I guess maybe it's because he has special things for some of them. Yeah. Let's have a look at Sylvain, but let's have a look at Sylvain as this. I don't know what to do with him, really. He just kind of... Like, his magic is the worst part. Like in terms of his attributes, like 31 strength, 22 magic. So like, why are we using magic? Like, he's got a better hit rate with magic, but he's got a better damage rate with the bow. I feel like we've let him down. I think he could have been a lot better in this playthrough. I just don't think we've managed Sylvain very well. Like, I've heard a lot of people, like, recruits. Like, if you go female Byleth, you can get him to join the house immediately if you're with any of the others. And a lot of people recruit him for that reason. So there is just a practicality about getting Sylvain involved. Like, as far as I'm aware, I mean, this is, I suppose, exactly the sort of thing that, like, you have that whole Japanese connect online and see what everyone else is doing kind of thing. But I think Sylvain's probably, for that reason, one of the most common early recruits. Everyone loves Best Girl. And like, well, yeah, just is Best Girl. I think the other one, like, I much prefer Dorothea to the other healers. She's not even meant to be like the main healer in Black Eagles. That's meant to be Lynn, but I think Dorothea is incredible. But a lot of people go Marianne. She gets dragged over a lot. That's never going to happen in our run. Just out of interest, like, I mean, in terms of, we're kind of a little bit oversubscribed now. I mean, like, our backup people. If a bomb goes off and in the next mission and Dimitri, Felix and Dedu die, that's not a foreshadowing and that. Like, I just, like, if we were to lose 3 people, then, like, our backup 3, I suppose Dedu's a bad example because he's kind of already ended up in backup by virtue of being away from the party for so long. Petra's kind of taken his place. But if, let's say, those 3 went, what 3 would we replace them with? Well, Dedu would come in, obviously. Ferdy, I think, would have to step up. And then we need somebody else for damage. I mean, like, Gilbert's at the highest level, but he's just so bad. Catherine would be best if she was not level 15. Yeah. It's sort of it's a thing with Fire Emblem that's like kind of 3 houses. I always say Fire Emblem. Whenever I say Fire Emblem, I mean 3 houses, because only played one of them. Yeah, it's a bit. Like, well, I guess what I'm trying to say is you end up in a situation where you've got a lot of prospective party members, and you don't necessarily need to balance them. Like, you know, we've had Lynn forever and a day, and he's level 15, when like other people are level 40. I seem to recall that it's slightly different, I suppose, because Fire Emblem does a better job. I mean, they both do good jobs for leveling up, but Fire Emblem, compared to the original Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy VII would, I think, to a certain point, would provide experience to party members who weren't in your group and would level them up in the background. It's kind of key to what I mean. I suppose both games do it, but like the reason for that being that there's a lot of points in Final Fantasy VII where you have to have a party member in your party. Like not just for sort of like these sort of paralogue style going off and investigating a thing, but like main quest things, like when you go to, for example, Cosmo Canyon, like you have to have Red 13 in your party to make the quest make sense. So you kind of need to level people up in the background to a certain extent. It can be lower level than the main things, but they have to have, you know, enough to be capable. As I say, when we go and do, I mean, looking at any of these, I suppose Casper was a good example of like when we did his paralogue. He's just useless. You know, it's not like oh, does he like do less damage than everyone? It's like, no, he's not going to do any damage. We're just going to keep him at the back. He might use a battalion, like on one occasion or whatever, but he's not involved. Which, when you've got, I suppose, 10 party members at a time that you're controlling, you know, it's a bit different to when you're working with 3, as per Final Fantasy VII. What else has? Is there anything else to sort of discuss in this? We're getting a bit embedded. I don't know the next mission, and I'm not going to look it up because it's a story mission. And I think there's more value to doing those story missions like new. We are over leveled, but like the fog, it is a nightmare. Like if this, I assume that this will be a foggy mission, given that they've already like specified that it's there. I think at this point it's a lot easier to do. Excuse me. It's a lot easier to fight a battle with no fog but level parity than it is to be, you know, whatever we are, 5-10 levels higher. As far as that, does it have a recommended suggested level 33? Yeah, and I'd say that we are. I think we're 39 is probably about our average now. I know Annette's dragging us up, but yeah. But if it is like a fog mission, it's just Yeah. Right. Anyway, I've waffled in order to try and make something interesting. Well, to have some level of interesting content to drag this up in length. But to be honest, it's yeah. I don't think there's anything more to say. Next time we will do let's get the name again. To War at Gronda. It will be the whole episode doing that, and I suspect it may run into more than one episode. And I'm not terribly looking forward to it, but there we go. Yeah, one for the Salt fans. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.